No other season reminds me of life's transitions like spring. It reminds me, too, that we each bloom in our own time. Every spring, it seems to me that the transformation of the world happened overnight. Of course, I know that this is not true, and that down below in the dark, many secret happenings took place before even one bud or one leaf appeared. Charles Spurgeon put it so wonderfully. What a secret thing sap is. The roots go searching through the soil, but we cannot see them suck out the various gases or transmute the minerals into vegetable. I call spring the time of the in-between, the season of transition. Like twilight, when the ending of day and the coming of night merge. For a brief time, it seems like it is neither one nor the other. Yet I know, unless something apocalyptic occurs, that summer will follow, and then another fall, and another winter. I wish the transitions of my own life were always that predictable. I wish I always had the confidence that my nights will turn into day, and within 24 hours at that. I'm not the same person I was even 3 years ago. I know that I'm changing on the inside every day. Everything I read, listen to, every experience I have shape me in some way. Most of these changes are almost imperceptible. In the classroom, I didn't like those periods before class or between classes. 30 or so sets of chair legs scraped the floor loudly. There was more movement and more chatter than at any other times. Sometimes we did manage to get through without the clatter and the clang, but for the most part, that's how it was. Whatever mode of transportation I take, I know that I'm moving towards a destination. The journey might be smooth and continuous, or turbulent, with many stops along the way. Once I had to go through a long tunnel, and for me that was an ordeal. I could hear the noise of the wind and the bus engine and see nothing but concrete beside and above me. But despite the din of the classroom and the bus, there was movement. Movement I could see and feel. It was a reminder that something was happening, and I was going to get to the other side. And I had some idea of what the other side might look like. As for right now, I don't know what my tomorrow will look like, or even if I'll get there. I can't feel or see much motion. It's uncomfortable and scary to feel like one's life is stunted and time passes just the same. While I know my thoughts and dreams have changed, I don't see enough tangible evidence to reflect that. I have an idea of what I want the other side to look like, but it seems like the steps to get there are appearing just one at a time, and I want to see the entire staircase all at once. That's when fear steps in, and I take deep intakes of breath, like a gasp for air. In times past, this feeling would send me into a state of paralysis. I would shut down, unable to do anything productive. But like I said, I'm not that same person I was before. I've learned that in those times when I can't see changes or I don't know what changes will come, that I have to just let go and let God. I have to trust that He knows best, despite how painful the transition might be. Several years ago, I was very surprised to learn that I owed just about $2,000 on a loan I thought had been paid off. My heart sank, and my first instinct was to fight and to worry. I spent a long time on the phone trying to prove that the loan provider was wrong. Why hadn't I received a phone call or some kind of notice long before now? I don't know what changed in me, but I got a feeling that I should stop fighting and just find a way to pay. I had no idea how I would do that, but I felt peace about that decision. Little did I know that God was moving. Not long after, I did my tax return and received the amount I needed almost to the penny. But the hardest transition I've ever had to face was the transition of a soul from this life to the next. Twice I lived through those blurry times when the lives of my loved ones hung between life and death. I poured out my heartache in tears and prayers that were really begging God for mercy and for a miracle. A sort of madness seemed to touch me, panic, disbelief, a feeling like I myself was in another world. But in all of that, there came a time when I had to say, Lord, have your way. I didn't like His choice. It hurt, and it hurt bad. But I know His choice is best. Transitions can be easier when you have some idea of the destination. Some transitions are trickier. We don't always know when they're happening, or we don't know where they will lead. In these moments, we could just stop altogether, pause to regroup, or just keep on moving. Keep moving, keep working, letting go of an expected end, letting go of trying to figure out the outcome. The latter comes with trusting the process, knowing that life is a journey. I'll leave you with a post that I came across on an Instagram account called The Appalachian Homestead. The quote was credited to a Mama Pauline. It don't always feel like a breakthrough when it's happening. Sometimes it just feels like breaking. But when it all settles, you'll see God was moving and hell was losing.